In this podcast, we're going to explore the most iconic rice dishes in Latin culture. And at the end of this video, I'll reveal my personal favorite. You'll never guess what it is. Not in a million years. Todo queda sabroso. Rice is the primary staple food for more than half of the global population, and it is a cornerstone of Latin cuisine. Rice was introduced to Latin America by European colonizers in the 16th century. Spanish and Portuguese explorers brought Asian and African varieties to the region, and they relied on the agricultural knowledge of enslaved Africans to establish and sustain its cultivation. Now, I would be remiss not to mention global iconic rice dishes like paella, risotto, biryani, nasi goreng, jollof rice, jambalaya, fried rice, and of course sushi rice. Let's explore some of the most iconic rice dishes in Latin culture. Starting off with Mexico, and arroz rojo. Spanish for red rice, arroz rojo is a staple side dish. It is typically served with refried beans alongside tacos or grilled meats. Arroz rojo can also include ingredients like chorizo or bacon, jalapeno or serrano peppers, or the iconic Mexican herb epazote. The next iconic rice dish is from Guatemala, an arroz guatemalteco. This is basically a Guatemalan-style rice pilaf. It is typically prepared by sauteing white rice in oil until lightly toasted, then simmering it in a chicken or beef broth with finely diced vegetables like carrots, bell peppers, celery, and sweet peas. I personally like it served with Guatemala's national dish, pepián. Next up is Honduras with arroz con pollo catracho. This is a traditional Honduran chicken and rice dish. The Honduran version typically gets its distinct flavor and yellow hue from a blend of curry powder, cumin, and achote. It is typically served with fried plantains, avocado, and escabeche, which is pickled onions and carrots. Next up, El Salvador with casamiento. This Salvadorian dish is made by sauteing rice and beans, typically red silk beans. The word casamiento translates to marriage in Spanish, which symbolizes the perfect harmonious union between these two humble ingredients. Casamiento is typically served for breakfast with eggs, plantains, queso fresco, and crema, or it can be served for lunch alongside grilled meats or poultry. Now for this next one, I had to combine two countries, Costa Rica and Nicaragua, for their dish, gallo pinto. These are basically the same dish of rice and beans, except that ticos use black beans, while nicas use red beans. Costa Rican gallo pinto uses a Worcestershire-like sauce called salsa lisano. Now let's check out Panama and arroz con pollo. This is a one-pot dish made with shredded chicken and rice, flavored with achote for flavor and color, and a splash of dark beer for depth of flavor. In Panama, the crunchy bottom layer of the rice, known as concolón, is often considered the best part of the entire meal. An honorable mention is arroz con coco y guandú. Here's another arroz con coco, but this time coming from Colombia. This coconut rice is a signature dish from the Caribbean coast. It is made by cooking rice in coconut milk with panela, which is an unrefined cane sugar, resulting in a rich, sweet, and savory flavor profile. It's great served alongside fish like a red snapper. Now we're off to Venezuela for their national dish, pabellón criollo. This is a vibrant, flavorful, colorful trio of shredded beef, stewed black beans, and white rice. The components of this iconic dish blends indigenous, Spanish, and African heritages in Venezuela. The next iconic rice dish is from Ecuador, called chalafán. This is the Ecuadorian version of fried rice, blending Chinese influences with local Ecuadorian flavors. It is traditionally mixed with various meats like chicken, beef, pork, and shrimp, along with veggies and scrambled eggs. Right below Ecuador is Peru, and their version, arroz chaufa, which is a fusion of Cantonese cooking techniques and Peruvian ingredients. Chaufa's flavor profile includes ginger, garlic, soy sauce, and scallions. Additions include chicken, beef, or even hot dogs. Both Ecuadorian chalafang and Peruvian chaufa are a phonetic evolution of the Cantonese word chow fang, which literally translates to fried rice. Working our way down to Bolivia and the dish majadito. This dish consists of rice with dried salted beef and vegetables, and it typically comes in two forms. Majadito tostado, giving the dish a slightly toasted flavor and texture. Then there's majadito batido, a creamier, more porridge-like version. Both of these styles are crowned with a fried runny egg and sweet crispy fried plantains. Let's check out Brazil with arroz con feijão. This is garlicky, fluffy white rice served alongside a rich and savory bean stew. The type of beans used depends on the region. In Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, they use black beans, and in northern Brazil, pinto beans are preferred. Let's talk about the Guay countries. First up, Paraguay and arroz queso. The name translates to rice with cheese, blending the Spanish word for rice, arroz, and the Guarani word for cheese, queso. This comfort food combines white rice, milk, and melted queso Paraguay. It is typically served as a hearty side dish for grilled meats or fish, but it can also be served as a main dish with a fried egg on top. Then there's Uruguay. Now this dish is not savory, but sweet. It is basically a rice pudding made with doble carolina rice, famous for its ability to absorb liquids and flavors while remaining firm. It is then simmered in milk with sugar, citrus peels, and enriched with beaten egg yolks for extra creaminess. It is then topped off with ground cinnamon and a dollop of dulce de leche. Then we have Argentina with another arroz con pollo. This is another hearty one-pot dish of rice and chicken, but Argentinians use bone-in chicken, simmered with rice and bell peppers, onions, garlic, and tomatoes. Then it's flavored with paprika or pimentón, cumin, and bay leaves. It's also important to note that Argentinians love their dessert arroz con leche. Then there's Chile with arroz graneado. Now, looking at this, you may be saying, that's just plain white rice. Well, yes and no. Yes, it does consist of long grain white rice, but it's toasted and sauteed with garlic and sometimes grated carrots or diced peppers, but then it's simmered until it's perfectly fluffy and separated. To be able to get it not only fluffy, but each grain separated, almost like you took each grain, placed it in a bowl, one on top of the other. And this arroz graneado pairs well with dishes like cazuela, a stew made with meat, pumpkin, potatoes, and corn, or where the rice is blended with mussels for the dish chorritos con arroz. Now we're off to the Caribbean. First stop, Cuba, and the dish congri. Congri starts off with a sofrito, a flavor base made up of garlic, onions, peppers, sauteed with pork or bacon, then adding black beans, spices, and broth. However, unlike other rice and bean dishes, the rice and beans are cooked together. Congri is often served alongside roasted pork, plantains, and yuca. Then we have the Dominican Republic and locrio. Locrio is a one-pot dish similar to paella or arroz con pollo, combining white rice with a protein such as chicken, Dominican salami, smoked pork, or longaniza sausage. But there's also a seafood locrio called pica pica, which adds dried herring or sardines to the rice mixture. And then last but not least, we have Puerto Rico and arroz con gandules. Arroz con gandules translates rice with pigeon peas, and it is the national dish of Puerto Rico. And honestly, one of my favorite dishes. Period. The rice is typically a medium grain rice, and it is cooked with the pigeon peas, the gandules, as well as olives, and of course sofrito, which alongside the garlic, peppers, and onions, Puerto Ricans add the herb culantro, and then it's seasoned with adobo and sazon for both flavor and color. Chunks of pork, bacon, or smoked ham are cooked directly into the pot for added depth of flavor. Now, I might be biased, but arroz con gandules is at the top of my list of most iconic rice dish. Sabroso.